It's the Pampered Stamper, and it's been a little while. I've had a very bad cold. Yesterday, I finally got to playing with the new stamp set called Coffee Cafe, and I had no inspiration of my own at all. But thankfully, I found Juana Ambida, and I just cased her card. Actually, this is her card. And on this one, I don't know if she did this, but I used our new glossy white paper. So you can see the shimmer, the sheen on there. It's a lot of fun to work with. And what I did was I stamped this in Versamark, white embossed, and then sponged over it with Marina Mist. So it's called Emboss Resist. And then I came up with this card, which isn't a huge change. I just made it an iced coffee. And so what I did is there's a vellum piece, and I just put that over top of the early espresso, put some ice cubes in there. But what I wanted to share with you is the stamping on the vellum, and then how to get your vellum on your cup, because we all know that with vellum, it's a problem to use adhesive. So here's my little trick. So you make the straw, and the straw is really cool too, because there's this piece, this long one, and then there's the little striped one. So you actually start with a plain straw and then add the stripes with the stamp. Lots of fun for another day. I have a straw already made. So what you do is you put the adhesive on the straw. So I'm using Fast Fuse. And then the first thing I do is, oh yeah, right here. You'll see there's, I messed up a little bit. I'm going to put adhesive on the top of the straw too. Anyway, it's not going so well. It's all stuck to my finger, whatever. It's that kind of a day. There, just advance the Fast Fuse a little bit, and then it's there again. I just put a little bit on because if you look at the whipping cream, it's got a little space in there that's just meant for the straw. So now I've got the whipping cream, and I've just put the adhesive on the straw. So that's okay. It's not technically on the vellum. Now I'm going to lay it on, no, I'm lying. I want the straw, I'm really getting this confused, but here I made a sunset tropical drink, alcohol or no alcohol, depending on how your day's going. I'm just gonna put a little adhesive on here. I'm totally doing it wrong. It just means there's no rules. I'm laying the frothy topping on top and taping it to the cup. And then I've already got adhesive on this part of the straw, and I'm just laying the vellum over top so you don't see adhesive on the vellum because it's all on the straw. So here you've got your iced drink. And then the other little tip is I put some white in behind. So I used the framelit, the whipping cream framelit, and just made a couple extra ones. So it just gives it a little bit more volume. So I like lots of whipping cream on my drinks or on just about anything. This is an awesome set. This is the little thing that goes across, to keep your hands from burning. What do you call that, Rachel? Rachel can't think of it either.
Cozy? I don't know.
Anyway, this thing just flips right out. Like you run it through the big shot and it doesn't, no pokies necessary. I love it. So that's really easy. There's the little coffee bean thing. There's the lid. And so the lid you can do just plain white or you can stamp it. Here you can see all the stuff. See, and for this one, for the those plastic topper things that they have on cups, I am really good with the language today. I just put the adhesive on the straw too and then stuck this thing on it. And it just adds for a little bit more dimension and no messy glue on your vellum. And then, oh yeah, here's the inside of the cup. So you can also just stamp, and it's really cute, no cutting whatsoever. So if you want to make a simple card, you can just do this. If you want to do lots of little bits, you can do this. But I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to stamp on vellum. So I've got a piece of vellum, and I'm going to take my Versamark, and I'm going to use the whipping cream and just stamp. And you can barely see it, so don't even worry about that. Like, I'd have to go like that, and then you can kind of see it, but probably not.
Oh, wait.
Can you?
There, oh, no. Kind of.
Yeah, it's just a watermark, so you'll see it as soon as I put the white powder on. So here again, take the lid off. The coffee filter is your best friend. And so you're just dumping it. Dump. You don't have to worry about, See, and now you can see the white powder. Now really take the extra time and put that powder back in right away. Don't wait because you're going to knock it over. Put the lid on and make sure it's on all the way. Guess how I know this? Because sometimes I don't and it's a big mess. So now You can just hold on to your vellum. And when you're embossing, before I turn it on, don't wave it around like you're drying your hair. One spot at a time and slowly move it. So I'll do it above here. And then you'll see that it just gets glossy. I don't know if you can see it. It turns from powdery to glossy. See? And actually embossing on vellum goes really fast. And
there we go.
okay, that looks good. So always kind of hold it up to the light and you'll see if it's not